Good morning, children. Today we are going to see biology, a new chapter, chapter 9, soil. Okay, so you have learnt about your soil in your lower grades itself. Let us recall some of them. We know that soil is a natural resource, it is abundantly present in the earth's surface. It encourages the growth of plants, right? We need soil as a very important criteria for the growth of plants, and it is an important one in the agriculture too. It serves as the habitat for rabbits and mice, so it is a living, it provides a place for the rabbits, mice and other living organisms to live there. It provides the shelter, and it is an inseparable part of our life. Of course, without the soil, the earth's surface is not filled completely. And we know that recently we come across pollution in the soil, that is the soil pollution. What do you think can be the reasons for the soil pollution? By throwing polythene bags, plastics, plastics to the soil, so that the organisms also feed on them, and it is harmful to the animals also. Yes, and the next major reason could be throwing the waste products, chemicals and pesticides are exposed to the soil. Okay, so for growing the crops in agricultural field, we use fertilizers, so they have the chemicals in them, and pesticides include the spraying of chemicals to kill the living other small insects and all. Okay, so these will pollute the soil. Okay, so this is how a small introduction to the soil is given. Now let us try to understand how soil is formed. There is an important process called weathering. Okay, so weathering is a very important process in which the soil is formed. Okay, this process involves the formation of rock bodies from the parent rock. Okay, so we know that the rocks are present in huge mountains and hill areas. Okay, initially the rock bodies would be very big in size. They are called as the parent rock. As the time goes on, millions of years moves on, and only then at the end we have the soil, that is the sand, rock bodies, pebbles, small stones. That those are all obtained as a small breakages from the parent rock only. This process is called weathering. Okay, in this process you could see how a parent rock is broken into small pieces, and in the end we get the soil. So over millions of years the parent rock used to roll down, and it moves from one place to another with the help of the wind, the water. Okay, the parent rock, from it moves from one place to another. Okay, the huge rock cannot be carried away from one place to another just like that by your agents called water and wind. What will happen is, as it rolls from the mountain, that is the top of the mountain, it gets broken down into small rocks. Okay, so as it comes across various streams and plants in the mountain, the rock, it gets broken into small pieces, and that is how we get the small pebbles and the small stones. And once they reach the that is you when you come across the ground surface, we have the sand, okay, as very fine particles at the end. So these soil sand or soil pebbles, small stones are obtained from the big parent rock only. Okay, all the stones whichever we see is obtained from the parent rock. This has happened over a millions of years, not in a single day, and it took a lot of time for the sand to be formed. Once this sand is formed, what happens? Again, the wind and water acts as the agents carrying the soil particles what do they do is when they flow across a lake or pond, they carry the sand, small stones. They get moved from one place to another. When they all get stored in the same place, they again form as a huge rock. So this is your weathering process. This is how the sand is formed. That is the reason why you could see some layers of sand, or I mean the rock bodies, when you dig underground. All the layers of the soil, when you dig it, no, it is not going to be the same. It will vary. The reason is the parent rock is converted into, it gets changed over period into small stones. Okay, now coming back here. So now I hope you got an idea how the soil is formed. This soil formed will have layers inside them. When you dig underground, you will have the layers in them. That is called, we say it as soil profile. Understood, children? This is seen in the roadsides, under the hill, or when you see in the ditches, or when you dig underground for laying the foundation or constructing some buildings. The layers of the soil is clearly visible to us. So this is how a soil will have the layers. First you will have the humus, followed by water, clay, sand, and then you will have the gravel. Okay, so each layer can be called by the name as soil layers or soil horizons. It's nothing but the layers. Okay, so the first layer is your humus. Humus is the dead decaying matter. All the dead leaves, the thrown waste by the humans, some living organisms, dead decaying organisms, all the things which are all present on the ground surface is your humus. And below that, when we dig it, we could see the water source. And then comes the clay, then sand, and gravel is your small stones. Okay, gravel is your small stones. The clay, difference between clay and sand is, clay is somewhat, you will have the fine soil particles with wet condition. Sand will be in the without the moisture in them, no moisture. Okay, so these are the layers of soil when dug underground. Each layer will not be of the same color or texture and of different depth. The water may be for only a few depth only. The clay may be for so many feet underground. Okay, then followed by that sand and gravel, it comes your stone. So that is why we could see some rock bodies after digging in a few feet underground. Okay, children, so I hope you know the meaning of depth. When you dig underground and if you measure the height, we call by the name as depth. So the soil layers is obviously underground. Clear? Then when I mean that they have the different texture and color, obviously the soil will not have remain in the same colors. The clay has a dark red color, sand may be in somewhat a brown color, and gravel will have your hard rock bodies, followed by that. Okay, and different texture is there. This is maybe of a clay, will be a very fine soil particle. Sand will have a size larger than your clay, and the gravel comes the size of the small stones, and below that you will have the very huge unbreakable rock bodies which can be dug only with the help of mining. Okay, or explosions. Clear, children? So today what did we discuss? We saw the introduction for soil and the causes for soil pollution, how the sand is formed by the process of weathering, and the layers of soil. Clear? So with this I would like to stop. The remaining we can continue in the upcoming class. Thank you, children.